My name is Victor Carbajal. I'm the head of the Governance for Sustainability unit at Beta Tech Center. And for the people that doesn't know Beta yet, no, this is a research center that is located in a town called Vic in the rural area of Catalonia in Spain. We are located 60 kilometers inland from Barcelona. And nothing, just a few words to introduce what we are and what we are doing. We were born in 2014 to give a definitive boost to the RDI activity in the field of environmental technologies. No, so at the end, our aim, our main objective is to contribute to sustainable rural development and the transition to a circular bioeconomy. No, eventually, what we are looking for is to be just a useful actor for the territory. So just a few numbers, no, to know us better. We started in 2014, as I said, with a unique research unit and 3 researchers. Nowadays, we have 8 research unit and 135 professionals. No, our main headquarters, as I said, are located in Vic, but we have also opened 3 new offices around Catalonia. No? In terms of projects, we are currently participating in more than 42 European projects, and we are coordinating 11 of those. And these projects are for different programs, Horizon Europe, Interreg Euromed, NextMed, Prima, Life, Erasmus, Circular Biobased Europe Joint Undertaking, etc. No, and after this introduction of beta, I will stop talking about beta and start talking about more about this multi-actor approach and what beta has been using during the past year and bring us where we are. No, um, research or at the end is a process, no, which can be divided into 3 steps, no, the previous, the during, and after. And for the objective, for the main aim of this event, I would like to put the focus on the previous step, no, which we consider the crucial one in terms of developing this multi-actor approach. So the first step is to understand, no, the needs and the challenge of the stakeholders you want to have impact on. So how we do that? No, first of all, is to empathize with them. Basically, we need to understand the main concerns. Myself, no, as a researcher, sometimes it's not easy, no, for us, as we believe that we know everything, no, and this is not true. So also we need to speak the same language. This is already mentioned, no? We speak sometimes the same language, but not in the same way, and we consider that this is really important. Also, it's important to be part of the same ecosystem, no? Be a useful piece of the system. And finally, be considered an equal, not a researcher, not an academic, just a person that understands their needs and wants to be useful. Why all this? Because at the end, what we want is to build trust, no, and use this active listening that allow us to be closer. So this is very easy, no, to explain, but how we do that, because this is just words, no. So are just a few examples. Here I will introduce some examples that based on the process that we follow in order to increase this trust, no, with different actors. First, I will talk about how we engage with policymakers, and then how we engage with practitioners. So with policymakers, no, as relationships are bidirectional, no, here we state some of the processes that come from one actor, from policy, and then from the other actor from science. So from the policy side, that these are shown now in the screen, there are some activities in which as researchers, no, we are taking part. So strategic meetings, public consultations, official events, advisory groups. But the most important process that we take part is understand, no, how policymaking decision processes work. On the other hand, as researchers, we carry out a lot of activities that involve policymakers. No? For example, we develop RDI projects that aim to provide direct support to them. Also, we contribute to strategies, agendas, plans. Also, we organize dedicated events and multidisciplinary scientific groups because we want to create this confidence and trustful relationship. No, it's very important for this interaction. It is obvious, but I need to highlight it to avoid any conflict of interest. No, as beta, we are considered a boundary organization that only seeks communication, collaboration, and this co-production of knowledge. The other example that I wanted to show today here is the other part, no? The science and practice interface, no? How we interact with the practitioner part. Similar than policy, there are some specific processes that we take part from each actor. No, from the practitioner part, practitioners they set up clusters, networks at regional, national level, in which we participate. As well, we participate in sectoral events, platforms, or working groups. Eventually, we become part, no, of the practitioners trust network. On the other side, assigns what we do, no? We involve them in regional, national, European, and international RDI projects, along with other actors, of course, to do this multi-actor approach. We create this community of practice and working groups. We promote task forces within clusters and associations, and we connect them with experts and advisors. So at the end, these processes allow us to build trust, but again, no, we want to avoid any conflict of interest. So what we want to become is just an useful actor for the territory. So having shown this small part, no, of the processes that we carry in our center, we have totally adapted this to a research area, no, which is based on all these processes, on all these interactions. This research unit, it's called Governance for Sustainability Unit, no, which I have the pleasure to coordinate, promotes initiatives and projects that involve different actors with the main aim to increase knowledge and innovation and eventually increase the impact of the research in terms of actor, but also scale. Nowadays, we have 3 consolidated research lines. In each line, we have roughly 5 professionals working on. Sorry, here. And they are called Science for Practice, Science for Policy, and Science for Diplomacy. And the intention is to consolidate 2 future more that are called Science for Academy or Science for Science and Science for Society. I would like to finish mentioning some of the projects, all our European projects that we, as the Governance for Sustainability, are involved as partners or coordinators. Maybe you may know some of them, I don't know, such as we are coordinating 2 thematic networks that are called NutriKnow and AquagriKnow. That these projects are mainly focused on practitioners, but the consortium is multi-actor approach, of course. We have involved public administration, practitioners, research, etc., as we are dealing with a shared challenge, no? Innovation adoption. Other example is agri-circular hubs, in which from a multi-actor consortium, we are carrying out scientific diplomacy in widening countries, especially in Ukraine. No? This is a widening project. Similar than the previous projects, what we are looking in this project is to solve a common challenge, no, for all the actors, which in this case is related to bioeconomy and how we can improve different innovative ecosystems. So I think that I don't have too much time, so I will be brief. So I would like to finish this presentation with just maybe one recommendation, no, that we are applying in terms of multi-actor approach. From our point of view, there is a sequential steps that allow us, no, to implement this multi-actor approach, very simplified. The first step that we consider is to understand, no, all the actors, understand their necessities, challenges, etc. The second one is to be involved in the ecosystem, gain this trust of the ecosystem. And the third one is to become a useful piece of the ecosystem. This question is very interesting, because I don't think that it can be answered by yes or not. So it's something that a multi-actor approach from the way we see it is something that is transversal. So it's not taken but just for the office or just for the researchers. It's something that all, let's say, better professionals have this skill, no, at the end is applying this approach. So this will be, no, the main thing because, as I said, in beta, we are not following lines from the researchers, let's say like this. We are following the challenges of the territory. No, and when we are planning these projects, we already involve since the beginning all the actors that are involved. So the way that we plan or the way that we develop the projects is implicit that the multi-actor approach is applied. I don't know if I'm explaining well, but this is our idea, no? When we are doing this multi-actor approach. But yeah, also we have this support, no, from the project, the OTRI that we call, no, this
Mhm.
Office of Project Managers as well. But researchers also have these skills. So it's
Sure.
something that is shared. Because the impact goes beyond the previous step, no, that we have the during and the after step of the research that we consider. But for example, I was talking about this science policy science interface, no, how we measure the impact here. So it's kind of easy, no. We have contributed in different frameworks, in different helping decision makers to take decisions, involving us in different agendas, no? So contributing in them. Here we have a lot of outcomes that I think that are really, really useful because it's not just the output by itself, it's the meaning of the output, no? That we are participating. And for us, this is the real impact, no, that we are looking for to be useful, no. And when we can participate in this kind of, or we are called to participate in, for example, to provide our input in a specific agenda, for example, in the UFM Green Meta Agenda 2030, this is something that we can measure, no, our impact. So, I mean, this is just an example. We have different examples, but this is just one example to illustrate this impact, no, of the research. Thank you very much.